Peace, brothers. This is your brother Yusuf back with another video. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please give me some suggestions. If you have any questions, please shoot me out a comment and I'll see if I can address the issue. So today's topic for today is really dealing with how we make a lot of mistakes as young men in relationships and picking a mate. Okay? Picking a mate. So the theme of this video is more or less sums down to this one statement, and that's stop wasting your time. I want to take some time to express to you how precious your time is as a young black man. As a young black man, if everything goes right in your life, you can expect to live to the ripe old age of about 68. So to put that into context, the average age across all countries all over the world for a man right now is about 73 years old. Okay? So if everything go right, you can expect about 72, 73 years old as a man on earth. However, as a black man here, you can expect to live 5 years less. To kind of contextualize it a little bit deeper, to let you know why you should not waste your time on fruitless pursuits in life and letting your life pass you by. Just in the last year, they say that the lifespan for the average black man has lost 3 years in 1 year. 3 years in 1 year. You know, some people blaming the pandemic, etc. I don't know what time in the future you may be watching this video, but just know in 1 year, the average age for the black man went down 3 years in the United States of America. Okay? So at 68, that's more than what the average man can expect, about 68 years. Okay? A lot of brothers don't make it that far. A lot of brothers don't even make it to getting born. Okay? And I could go on and on about that topic, but just know that your life is short. Right? Significantly shorter than other people. Okay? So one thing you should not do is waste your time. You have no time to waste. You have to get right to business as a young black man. Okay, so my target audience is between 15 and 25. These are the brothers I'm really concerned with. If you're younger than that and you benefit from that, cool. If you're older than that and you benefit from the content, cool. But I'm really focused on this young generation. Why? Because these are the young men who still have time to learn from our mistakes. Now, I'm 38 years old. I made enough mistakes in my life for you. That's not to say that I'm down bad. A lot of brothers doing worse than me. But I do not want you coming out to make the same mistakes that I do. Okay? And set yourself on, because yet again, you don't have the time. So the theme is, do not waste your time. How do we waste our time? And I said this in other videos, but a big thing that we do is that we misprioritize things. It's almost like we've been socialized to behave like females. Okay? Listen, the bag and the prize for females is at the beginning of the race, not at the end of the race. Okay? If they in the race running and gunning at 35, 40, 45, 50, they still out there running, trying to get the prize. Guess what? They have already lost. But you as a young man can be reasonably expected to not even really start picking up pace until you about hit 30. Just to be realistic. From wherever you start, you 15, you 25. You realistically, you're probably not where you want to be right now. Okay? And I really want you to think about where you want to be. Draw a line at about 30. That means if you're 25, you got 5 years to get on it. And really, you only really got until tomorrow to get started. Right? But if you're 15, you don't think that those next 15 years are going slow as the first 15 years. They're going to go twice as fast. So draw a line at about 30 and think about all the things you want to have going for you. What you want to drive, how you want to dress, you know, what type of cologne you want to wear, what type of things, you know what I mean, what type of lady on your arm, all these things, right? Think about that, and what are you going to do between now and 30 to be able to do that? All the things you prioritizing, and you sweating on those girls. Guess what? Surprise, brothers, they not sweating you. You might think so. The most you're going to get is, oh, he's cute. Cute only lasts for so long. You're cute is going to hit the wall at about the same time as these girls' cute is. So once she run out of cute, guess what? Cute is no longer going to be a priority. So if you're living off your cuteness and your looks right now, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, the wall is undefeated. If you just rely on your cuteness, you just like a female and you about to hit that wall very quickly. It could be at any moment, because when the next guy come in and he got more money than you, he got more going on than you, he got a better car than you, he's got a better career than you, he's making moves, his footprint on this earth is bigger than yours. You're not making an impression on the world, and he is. All your cuteness goes out the window. You still just as cute as you were 5 minutes ago, but you hit the wall now. So if you're just getting by on looks or dressing, or your little car, or your little dirt bike, or whatever you riding, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, the wall is undefeated. But if you're a man who's leaving a footprint on this earth, a man with purpose and drive, a man with goals and ambitions, a man who's out there actually doing things, you're going to hit your stride around 30. And you might keep running, you might be running things until the day you die. You might just get better and better and better. See, that's, as a man doing mad things, you can do that. Now, you prioritizing right now your looks, your game, your swag, your drip. You know, I'm 35, so I might be telling my age on all these slang terms. But you prioritize those things, okay? But first of all, you don't have the resources to get a lot of those things. You had to bend over backwards to get these things. You have to really sweat to get these things. But if you work and use your time to develop yourself between now and 30, getting these things will be nothing. And these things wouldn't mean nothing. Somebody who really running things and doing things, these things mean nothing. Put in your mind a guy like Drake, very average looking, light-skinned young fellow. But because he put in the grind to do his thing, he can offer those things to those people who is important to him, but it don't really impress him. It doesn't really impress him. What impresses him is how he can elevate his grind to that next level. That's where you need to be right now. You don't need to be impressed by these things that you can barely afford, if you can afford them at all, based on probably somebody else's work, hard work. You need to be worried about putting the work into yourself so you can offer those things, and you don't have to sweat those things at all. They're nothing to you. So then now you can get the type of level and quality of people you can select. You can choose who to bring into your circle and who to put out of your circle. You're not at anybody else's mercy. In other words, you have created a world around you. Okay? That's what a man needs to do. That's the step one. You need to find your purpose and then go into that purpose until you can create a world about that purpose that surrounds you at 24/7. Okay? And then you choose who comes in that world and who don't. Okay? Even when you're doing your thing. And when you got an opportunity to make some money, the people who want to make money with you had to convince you why you should join with them. Because there's no doubt that if you join with them, the money going to get made. And things are going to happen. The only question is, are they worth your time? Yet again, you get to bring people into that world, and you get to take people out of that world. And then that's when you need to be looking at a female to enhance that world, to bring comfort and peace into that world. So you want to create a world. In other words, you want to create a world around your purpose. Once you get into your purpose and you start to master your purpose and be a master of your purpose in life and your goals, then you can create a world around you, and no one gets to come into that world without your permission. And they only get to come into that world based on your terms. And a lot of brothers, they do it halfway. They get that point. A lot of guys that you see out there doing and women fall over them, they were clowned on when they were younger. Why? Because they were so focused in their purpose. They were so focused in their drive. Look at anybody who's wildly successful right now, and you see that they were on their grind. And I know these rappers, it's probably a cliche, how girls went on them and now they all on them. Why do you think they keep on saying that? Because it was true. They went on them all the time. You know where all the girls waiting? At the finish line. For the winner. If you're not on a race, they're not at the starting line. They're not at the starting line. You might think so, but they're not. At most, they're on the sideline rooting for you, hoping you the one. But they're all waiting at the finish line. So you gotta get there and start winning. Then you get to choose whoever you want. Okay? And they can like it, they can love it or leave it. All right. So when you get to the finish line and you see all the groupies right there, you need to X them out. You need to X like 90% of them out, because they ain't about nothing about you, and they ain't about nothing about working. They just want to share your prize. If possible, take your prize and go on about their life. You need to find somebody who accepts you and respects you for the man that you have built yourself up to be, and is willing to do what you say. Okay? I'm gonna leave you with a thought, and then we'll pick up with this conversation later. But I want to leave you with a thought. We'll pick up on this later. Here's the thought, though. The thought is about love, and it's going to show you the difference between a man and a woman. Okay? What is a man loving a woman? What is a man loving a woman? Take a second. A man loving a woman is him taking her to the promised land. It's him making her life what it could never be without him. It's him perfecting her as a woman by leading her to heights she could never accomplish herself. And that's why a woman always looking for a man to do better than her, so he can do that. What is a woman loving a man? It's following that man to the end of the earth. If she's not willing to follow you, she don't really love you like that. She ain't really messing with you like that. A lot of these women, they follow Drake into the ocean, okay? Because that's how deep they believe in Drake. Because the world he created around him. Not because he light skinned, not because he got a little heart part in his head, not because he sing good, not because he a rap lyricist or whatever he do. But because the world he created around him about being on his grind 24/7. Right? So woman loving a man is her following him to the ends of the earth. And a man loving a woman is leading her to the promised land. And you don't lead no scrubs into the promised land. And neither do a woman follow no scrub to the end of the earth. Peace, brothers. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.